Hey everyone, and welcome to Almost Cancelled. I am Peter, that is Connor, and we are going to talk about iZombie Season 3, Episode 6. It's called Some Like It Hot Mess. Full spoilers for the episode, as always. I knew he was faking. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, we've been saying this. I do appreciate that he lost them at all, though.
Yeah, well that was difficult because we had a debate last week. Has he been faking the whole time? Has he been just been faking since he took the cure? It was actually in between. He did lose them at first, but it was only for a couple of days, and then he was faking from then on.
Yes.
So, which does beg the question, of course. He happens to get a list of the ingredients for the memory drug, and he's making some of it. Like he's back in full Blaine mode. He's got the smirk. He's got his
Yeah.
cocktail. Why is he making this? Because I mean, what did it do for him?
I thought it was pretty obvious, actually.
Really?
He saw Liv have the vision from the dominatrix brain and how intense it was. So
Oh,
he's just going to
okay.
use that to make his brains more intense and he can charge a higher price.
Oh no, that's fair. All right, that never clicked. That's fair. Because I was definitely went. What's the purpose? What's the point? He never lost his memory. What does he need this for?
Yeah, just
Okay,
just
no,
high
that's
price
fair.
brains. I assume.
That's fair. Do you know what I think they've done quite well of is they've left it really until this episode. They really didn't make it clear that he was still with the business.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
really felt like Don had just kind of taken it and
Done his
like
own thing.
and
Yeah.
Blaine's just been off doing he's been in piano bars and doing things like that.
I mean, I'm not sure how much of it that he hasn't been doing that because I think maybe he was sincere in what he was saying to Peyton. That you saw it as an opportunity to be seen in a different way. Maybe he hasn't been involved in the business,
Maybe.
but now that it's all come out and she's just going to throw it back in his face, he's like, well, screw it. I might as well do it then.
She has a valid point, though. He's like, Liv could have been cured for months.
No, I'm not disputing that. But I get if it was sincere, I appreciate his mindset. Yeah, it was selfish. Don't get me wrong, but I understand his motivation.
Sure, but if he immediately just recedes back into his old ways, then it's meaningless.
It undermines that. Yeah,
Yeah, because like, okay, you say you changed and you wanted a better life, but what? So she gets pissed at you once for something you should rightly get piss thrown at you for,
yeah,
metaphorically, not literally. Although if the next episode has Peyton with a pot of piss and she's like chucking it at him, fine. It's justified in the plot.
I think that is a rather unlikely thing to happen.
Unlikely, not impossible. So so no, so that was obviously the big thing I think is that revelation, and of course Major, whose memory does start because obviously Major's memory starts to fade, and we're like, oh, maybe Blaine isn't faking, or maybe he's just been faking since the cure. That's maybe where
Yeah,
your mind goes. But then it puts that swerve on it where no, you lose your memory for a couple of days, and then you come back. And it also lets us find out a bit more about Major as a character because we get to meet his mother and his mother's girlfriend
yes,
and sort of to see that bit more of that side of his life, and he's so happy when they come back. And it's funny because I think it's actually really predictable, because obviously once they realise, wait, there's no drawback to using the cure now. Wait, so Liv can just take the cure, but then the show's not
that goes.
iZombie.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
so something must be afoot, and obviously they set up just in a couple of scenes in this episode. You know, this guy comes to Dawn, wants to be cured. He'll pay like $1 million for it, and don't think I didn't notice Dawn tell Ravi, "Oh, he's giving us 100 grand. I'll split it with you 50-50." Sly little bastard,
Yeah,
walking away with 950 if it all went to plan. But I'm like, all right, so he's going to have stolen it, right? And sure enough, that's what happens, and then they're like, oh wait, but Major had another dose. I gave him one a couple of weeks ago, and it's like, oh no.
we know where that went.
And that actually makes the ending really, because that's what it ends on. It ends on like them saying, asking Major, and he's like, oh, I already gave that to someone. It's like, who did you give it to? Because as much as him and Liv aren't together, you know the answer's still going to sting.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
we've clearly established murky territory, and obviously Major even said to his mother, "Oh, there's hope for me." And like, because obviously at this point he's thinking, "Oh, Liv can be cured, and we can be humans again." And the whole reason we even broke up in the first place, way back pre-season 1, or first
Start of
episode,
season.
the depends
Yeah.
on how you, because technically you get a quick scene of them together and then it's over. But like, zombie, that was why.
Yeah.
From the get-go, he didn't know that's why it was at first, and then he became a zombie, and it was all this speak together as zombies, and then he was cured, and then he wasn't, and whole thing, zombies.
Yeah,
And
and now they're back to not being able to have sex again
it's a cruel world.
because then he becomes a zombie all over again, and it's just
Here's a question. So a big part of this episode, some of the humor was like, Major's gouging on ice cream after he becomes human because he can taste again, and then Liv ponders a couple of different things, and then ultimately says she wanted to have ice cream first. I asked you the question: if you for some reason couldn't eat normal food for, in Liv's case, I think like 2 or 3 years, and then suddenly you could taste food again, what would be the first thing you'd go to?
I'll tell you now, it wouldn't be ice cream.
That wouldn't be ice cream for me either.
It's probably a steak, big juicy medium rare steak.
Steak. Going savoury. I can respect that.
That does more for me than anything sweet.
No, I can understand. I don't know. I think it probably would end up in something sweet just because it's quicker. Like, I have to cook a steak.
Yeah, but if you do it like, rare, medium rare, it only takes 2 minutes.
That's still longer than just grabbing a
That's
donut.
fair. That is fair. So I think I get why they go for ice cream though, because obviously the only thing they can taste at the minute is the hot sauce. So something cold and
It's the opposite.
The opposite. Yeah.
It's the very opposite.
Yeah, it makes complete sense.
Honestly, for proper food, though, I think honestly the first thing I'd want is a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
I know you don't get it because you don't like melted cheese. You're not a fan of this.
Yeah, but burgers in general, I can see it.
Aye, but to me, there's no point in a burger unless there's cheese on it. But for me, cheeseburger, melted cheese with a meat. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. I think that
Bacon?
would... Not on a cheeseburger. I like my cheeseburger simple. I like bacon, but I just don't like it on a cheeseburger.
Madness.
Simplicity. Anyway, so obviously the main plot of this, I say the main plot, the main case. I feel like the main plot is the Major and Blaine stuff because it kind of comes to a head. Obviously, Peyton finds out, she throws it back in his face, and she even immediately apologised to Ravi as soon as she tells him, "Oh, by the way, Major's getting his memories back. I heard it from the horse's ass's mouth himself. Sorry, Ravi, I was a bit of a bitch."
Yeah.
And he's like, "It's okay." He does the gentlemanly thing and just says this. It's fine.
Yeah, I think I like because obviously even they'd ruled out that he was faking it at this point. They'd accepted that it was real as far as they were concerned.
I think his also like not needing the apologies because he knows even though he was right, he was being a dick. Because he had been with her, he has been a dick. He's been kind of possessive. He's been kind of jealous. He has been an asshole. Even if he was right, he was being an asshole. So I think it's just like, look, let's just call it even and move on from here, essentially, in that one little exchange. I'm sure they'll probably have a bigger conversation about it later, but
probably
that was I'll go from that. But the case, the actual cop case, was a party girl DJ victim.
Yes.
The DJ only really came into it in one scene, really.
Yeah.
Which is fine. There's not a whole lot you can do with that, I suppose. But it was funny, as was her dropping her phone in the cadaver.
Yeah. As soon as she goes, "Oh, can you ring it for it?" It's like, I know where this is. I've seen this too many times, but it's never stops being funny.
Honestly, all of her reactions and the way she was like talking to people were kind of funny. The way she kept forgetting how to do things or forgetting to do things, and then like, "Oh, you're not mad. Like, and she kept flirting with everyone. It's like, "Oh, men are the worst." "Oh, but not you, Clive," touching him on the arm.
You're the best. You know that.
That two-faced kind of thing. That was all funny. Honestly, though, my favourite part of it was before she eats the brain. They're at the house where the murders went down, and the roommate is explaining what kind of person she is. "Oh, she's a mess. She's a hot mess. It was like living in a soap opera being around her." And Clive just looks over at Liv and goes, "Oh no."
Yeah, that was my favourite moment too. Yeah. He's like, "Oh, what am I getting myself into?"
It was the anticipation of the brain that just killed me this week.
And the payoff was there too to make his owner feel so justified.
Oh yeah, she's getting drunk at the bar when he's trying to interview people, and
it was like hot vodka, wasn't it? It had a spice in it.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, I'm loosening him up. This is police work." And Clive's just trying his best to, and obviously she's getting really excited because of the married couple are both having affairs and whatnot. Which I guess if I have any complaints is that's tipping into the same kind of territory as the gossipy person from like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whenever that episode was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not quite the same, but it was dipping into it. The whole, oh, there's gossip here. That kind of had that
Yeah,
kind
yeah, I
of
know what
tinge
you
to
mean.
it. Not a big deal, but just observation.
Hmm.
But no, I think the season's been rolling along. I think the only one we were kind of down on, I think, was the third one. Uh,
Yeah.
the because the main plot was like the free spirit dude, and it was just the murder in the back alley, and it wasn't that.
Yeah, and I still feel a little bit strange about the first episode because it was great from like what it was doing for the plot overall, but it wasn't the fun iZombie that I enjoy at the same time. Didn't have the
Uh,
balance that a lot of these other episodes do.
that's why I don't have a problem with it though, because it is setting everything up for the season. So it's
It
like,
is, and by appreciate in that sense, I know what it's doing, but at the same time, I still enjoy it a little bit less because it's not got all the wacky stuff as well.
yeah. But no. So I think obviously we have Blaine in villain mode again. Uh,
Yeah, should be fun.
should be fun. And yeah, how's that going to play out with Donnie, his father, this club? Like, does he come swinging? Does he want to stay human? Does he get scratched again? Like, what's his game plan? I presume he likes being human for various reasons, but at the same time, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he has the supply of brains. Easy enough if he wants to be a zombie.
yeah. But he has been enjoying a lot of food recently. There was a whole running sort of subplot this episode about him
With the
cooking breakfast,
yeah.
and then them having like Chinese food or whatever. Like they were really into
Maybe
food.
maybe that was telling us that he's planning on going back to being a zombie. He's making the most of food while he can.
Yeah. Because to be fair, the one plus that zombieism does have is that it lasts. Like,
Yeah.
don't grow old, don't die unless you get decapitated.
Yeah, and you have to imagine that's a big draw for him, especially if he's going back into that line of dangerous business.
Yes, yes, because being shot and stabbed seems like a regular occurrence for someone like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, that was a fun one. I think it's once we got to the last 5 minutes, especially with the sort of the ups and downs of there's a cure that works. Oh, Major has a nice moment with his mom. Oh, Liv can get cured. Oh no, wait, it's been stolen. Oh no, wait, there's another one. Oh no, wait, Natalie already has that. Like that back and forth of like build up and suspense and the happiness and sadness that came with both, like back and forth was really entertaining.
It was.
And before that, the character that she ate was pretty funny. So
Yeah, it's a solid episode.
yeah, I guess the only weird thing is the end of the case was actually kind of just kind of happened. Clive just kind of did it. Liv went off and did other things, and
Yeah, it used her vision, but Clive just did it on his own.
yeah. But actually, I really like that sweet moment between them when she's like, "This is going to be the last one. There's a cure." And like she's like, "Thanks for making these last couple of years mean something." Because obviously this is a big part of the show since it started. Is that helping solve cases at least is something good coming out of being a zombie. She gets to use it for something good, and that was a sweet moment.
It was.
But of course, Clive's still got his his lead sidekick on the case because no more cure. Which I imagine means the plot of the rest of the season will be trying to secure the cures back, possibly try to make some more. But obviously they need Unitopium for that, so we'll see how that all shapes up. But anyway, that's this week's iZombie. Let us know what you thought of the episode in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and all that stuff if you want to help us out. You can also help us out by going to patreon.com/MailFuzzTV. I almost say it the wrong way around. But head over there if you want to see some cool bonuses that you can have for supporting the channel. But if not, that's cool. Do all the other stuff. All helps it out. Get us on Twitter at mailed_fuzz for channel updates. Individual Twitters are on the screen. But that's all. So thanks once again for watching. We will see you next time. Have you got any vanilla?